hold on. There it is. There's what remains of his brain. No, he has another jar. The brain of the most beloved and well-recognized modern physicists, by the way. You know he's gonna ask for a piece. Oh, what is happening? Oh. Stop touching it! Albert Einstein. Relativity. E equals MC squared. He's a household name. I loved him in Oppenheimer, walking into scenes like crossover episodes. Did I do that? The most powerful physicist who has ever lived. Yes, I said powerful. Do you think you could beat him in a brawl? Get real. Sure, some people don't really like how he was in part responsible for the creation of the Manhattan Project, but Western culture undeniably adores him. And part of his charm is how down to earth he was. Look at this goofball. When he found out that he had internal bleeding due to an aneurysm, he refused surgery because he didn't want to die kicking and screaming. He wanted to go out on his own terms. So the man, the myth, the legend passed away in 1955. Einstein specifically stated that upon his death, he wanted no grand memorial, no shrine in his honor, no studies published on his body. However, during Dr. Albert Einstein's autopsy, a little trickster by the name of Dr. Thomas Harvey said, fuck you. Dr. Harvey wanted to know what's going on in there. Einstein specifically requested that his whole body be cremated. His brain was the only part of him to not be cremated, and it was secretly removed without public statement. Eventually, Einstein's family endorsed the removal, but it was only after the deed was done, after a little convincing. But the location of the brain was eventually lost to legend. Rumors started spreading around, and his brain became somewhat of a famous relic for Einstein superfans. There's tall tales surrounding it, because aside from certain neuropathologists who were doing research on the brain samples, the public did not know its whereabouts for nearly 40 years. It was a mystery. Thomas Harvey, more like Gold D. Roger, Einstein's brain is real! I have something really special to show you all. I'm about to put you onto a story of a man who searches for these human remains like the goddamn One Piece. This is the greatest piece of documentation that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and the entire thing is free to watch on YouTube. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I beg that you watch it immediately after watching this video. This is Relics, Einstein's Brain, directed by Kevin Hull. Quick shout out to my friends over at Classified Cinema here in Seattle, Washington for putting me onto this banger of a movie. Let's begin. By the way, this is the best quality of video and audio of this documentary that I could find online. I promise you, it is worth it, even though it has subtitles from another language burned into it. It was also made in 1994, so you are going to see some low-resolution video, a shot of the Twin Towers, and some really lax airport security. The protagonist of this tale is none other than Professor Kenji Sugimoto. This man is a professor of mathematics and science history at Kindai University in Osaka, Japan, formerly known as Kinki University, and this man loves a certain somebody. Who does Professor Sugimoto love?
I love Albert Einstein.
Honestly, his hair, his academic getup, he kind of reminds me of Einstein. Our story begins with Professor Sugimoto landing in America, approaching customs. I wonder what he's doing here in America.
Sir, what is the purpose of your visit here?
I am looking for Einstein brain.
Okay.
He's looking for Einstein's brain. Okay then. Also, what the hell is this customs worker even doing? We're just gonna move right past the looking for Einstein's brain comment? No clarification at all? Just a case of the Mondays, am I right? Kenji meets up with his translator and documentary assistant, and we're off to the races, heading over to Princeton University to find Einstein's brain.
Einstein brains in Princeton. I do hope there is Einstein brain in Princeton. I want Einstein brains in Princeton.
Now, you may have noticed that Professor Sugimoto does not speak English that well. That must be why he has a translator. Fair enough. Now, trying to find human remains, even if it belongs to one of the most famous academics of the modern age, it's a little touchy. I'm assuming that once this man gets to the Princeton hospital, he's not just gonna wander around the halls asking strangers where Einstein's brain is located in broken English, right?
So please, where is one Einstein brain? Which one Einstein brain? Please show me.
Oh, those are the brains that we have over here.
Albert Einstein.
No. Sorry.
I'm not kidding when I tell you this. This is like a very good amount of the documentary. Professor Sugimoto asks many people a very awkward, borderline insensitive question throughout this entire feature. So just to be clear, I'm not making fun of his accent or his inability to speak English. I mean, he speaks Japanese and he's somewhat conversational in English, and I could barely speak English. Like, my grammar is shit, so I have zero room to judge. The thing that I find very funny is that this man is a college professor. He should fully know how to conduct himself amongst academics and professionals. But this man is clearly coming in way too hot. And you will also notice that he rarely uses his translator, who could help with the awkwardness, navigating uncomfortable questions, and getting his thoughts across in a professional manner, but he seemingly takes the lead 9 times out of 10. This man is an absolute character, and I am purely laughing at his character, not his foreignness or anything in a way that punches down.
Nobody has looked for it for 20 years. All of a sudden, you people come and want to have good answers to good questions. The administrator of the hospital kept saying to Dr. Harvey, "When are you going to publish the report of the Einstein brain?" And Dr. Harvey would say, "Well, when I get time for it."
Oh, yes.
I also actively nod and agree when I clearly don't retain what other people are telling me.
What is the best way to pursue further about what happened to the brain?
Talk to the owner of the brain, Dr. Harvey.
So Professor Sugimoto learns from Dr. Wright that Albert Einstein's autopsy is missing from their file system. And he also learns that the very same Dr. Harvey who removed Einstein's brain is in possession and is the owner of Einstein's brain. Which is weird that like you can like legally own someone's brain. Anyways, Professor Sugimoto is told that if he wants to see Einstein's brain, he better get in contact with Dr. Thomas Hart. I'm assuming there's a good amount of leads to follow here.
I'm a scientist. I'm looking for the Einstein brain.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Dr. Thomas Harvey. At Princeton University Hospital. I'm looking for the Dr. Harvey.
I'm not. That's my wife.
Oksan. Thomas Harvey. I'm looking for the Einstein brain. Einstein, physicist. Einstein brain.
He's gonna say that a lot in this documentary.
But
He's no relation of mine.
So you just happen to have the same name.
That's
yeah.
correct.
Oh, same name.
Yes.
Sorry.
Professor Sugimoto's next lead brings him to Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York.
그렇게 하니까 good. 그렇게 하고 그래. I wish to buy.
Oh hell yeah, get some merch?
Actually, a lot of people come by to collect Einstein paraphernalia.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, sure.
Einstein brain. I am very interested in the Einstein brain.
Einstein's brain?
Did you see that? Did you see the way his translator looks at him? She's already had enough of his ass. She really looks at him like, dude, come on, you can't just ask strangers where Einstein's brain is located.
I am very interested in the Einstein brain. Do you know about the Einstein brain?
I love how he always clarifies that he is interested in Einstein's brain.
Are you interested in Einstein brain?
Sure.
Hello. Hello. Please, may I ask a question? Also, I am looking for Einstein brain. Where is Einstein brain?
If you go to the security desk up here, which is just at the end of the hallway, I think they can direct you.
This security officer is doing a very bad job because if I were in his shoes and I saw a scientist who was utterly possessed to find Einstein's brain, I'd assume that he was an evil scientist trying to collect historical geniuses' brains to put them into robots so that he could take over the world.
I first got Einstein to agree to have us use his name for the medical school.
So I had to persuade him to let us use his name, and then I became a friend of his. He wouldn't be averse to having me look at a brain. He knew I was a neuropathologist, on condition that I don't write the formal paper or a formal book on his brain.
見せてもらう。
Please show me Einstein brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't care about all that, Chief. Just show me the brain. Just show me the brain.
I knew that the pathologist of the Princeton Hospital was Dr. Thomas Harvey, who was a student.
And I trained him to be a pathologist and asked him if he'd be willing to do the autopsy or should I come to Princeton and do it. And he said he's willing to do it. Then after you take the brain and spinal cord out, you bring it for me to see. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I understand that. Now, sir, please show me Einstein brains.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So,
sure.
please.
Yeah.
This man is fiending for the brain. 2 times. 2 times he said, quit the yapping, I want to see the brain. That is a box of documents and photographs relating to Einstein's brain. So while Professor Sugimoto is screwing around with the documents, Dr. Harry Zimmerman here is making some pretty good points. Dr. Zimmerman makes the point that his brain didn't make him a genius, it's what he did with his brain that made him a genius. Critics say that the removal and research of Einstein's brain was poorly handled. There was huge publication bias at play. Certain studies that fit a positive Einstein's brain was super special narrative got published, and studies with more critical narratives did not get published. The argument against his brain being different from an average human's is that yes, there are anomalies and differences, but there's anomalies and differences in many human brains. That doesn't mean that having anomalies similar to his makes you a genius. All of our brains are different. We're all little snowflakes. So were these researchers studying the differences between a genius's brain and an average brain, or just Einstein's brain? If the former, and they wanted to actually make an effective statement, they would need to have as many geniuses' brains as possible, not just one. Otherwise, the framing of the study is flawed, to say the least. To me personally, it just sounds like an indulgent and meaningless pursuit of research.
The brain, you see. I can tell what part it is if you're experienced in neuropathology. You can look at this and say,
So maybe you shouldn't use too much.
This is from...
Man, this translator is fighting for her life. I love her. She really interrupted. She said, he is not gonna know what you're talking about. Professor Sugimoto does not have a solid understanding of neuropathology, pretty much at all. And he doesn't really seem to care about what this man has to say. He just wants to get eyes on Einstein's brain.
Offhand, I can't tell you any more than I can give you any of these slides.
His question was, what happened to Thomas Harvey?
Tom Harvey died.
Died?
Yeah, he's dead.
Done.
Tom Harvey dead.
So Dr. Zimmerman says that Einstein's brain has been chopped up into many pieces, of which locations he is unaware of. On top of that, Dr. Harvey is apparently deceased, and his last known whereabouts was Midwest America. But first, Zimmerman mentions a colleague who was able to study Einstein's brain. It's time for another field trip to Lawrence Hall of Science in California to talk with Dr. Marion Diamond, who might be able to give him some more information. Also, damn, Marion Diamond? That's a main character name if I've ever heard one.
The total body experience. One of thrill, exhilaration, and yet one of apprehension of what we were really doing, stepping into the unknown of one of the most brilliant minds that's ever existed.
Excuse me, please show me brain, Einstein brain.
Professor, Professor, a little restraint, please. Here's something that is very confusing about all of this. This is a professor of science history. Here are multiple professionals who were kind enough to welcome someone frantically zipping around hallways asking to see Einstein's brain. He clearly did not have appointments for some of these meetings. And here he is, speaking to literal friends and colleagues of Dr. Einstein. Wealths of science history. They're pouring their hearts and brains out, handing out interviews that would be standard and substantial content within a normal documentary about Einstein's brain and science history. And I know that the language barrier has a lot to do with this, but Professor Sugimoto seems to be rushing them along and darting for answers to the brain's location. Like, what is the point of this documentary? Because it seems like it's just about locating Einstein's brain. I'm beginning to wonder what Sugimoto's true intentions are.
The sections are from areas which we call association.
Is that it? Is she about to bust down Einstein's brain?
Here I have a whole brain to show you where we took our slices.
He's grossed out by it. Come on, man. You can't be grossed out by a brain. You're literally looking for one. Okay, this is not Einstein's brain. This is just part of a medical demonstration.
I got Einstein's brain from a man named Harvey. I told him what I was doing, and he said, fine. I thought that was easy. Make a long story short, 3 years later, in a little mayonnaise jar, about so big, I had my 4 sections of Einstein's brain.
Okay, come on. There is no way that the late Dr. Harvey actually sent over samples of Einstein's brain in a mayonnaise jar. I can't believe that. That is so crazy disrespectful. I don't believe that. Our favorite professor looks at some slides and learns some more information about Dr. Harvey. In the last time that Dr. Diamond communicated with him, he was living in Missouri. Now that is the face of a man who is excited to go to Missouri. Off to Missouri they go. Officer Kip McGrath takes Kenji to Harvey's old research office, where he unfortunately no longer practices. That would make sense if he is deceased. So in other words, it's another dead end. Hey, I have a question. What if this man becomes the dog who catches the car? What is he planning to do with the brain? Because he has not told anybody yet. He has proven himself to be frighteningly determined to witness Einstein's brain with his own 2 eyes. And it is so obvious that they went into this quest completely and utterly unprepared. So far, they could have stayed in Japan and just called these hospitals, universities, police departments, and research centers to get the same exact answers and plan out their documentary in a slightly more organized fashion. But I, for one, am so glad that they decided not to do that. And I think that this is exactly what makes the documentary so special. So far, this documentary is not about Einstein. Or Einstein's brain, really. It's fully about Professor Kenji Sugimoto. And if he is successful, I just wonder, is he planning on bringing it home with him? Or perhaps he wants to take a bite out of it to obtain forbidden knowledge. I have no idea what's going on here, but goddamn, I love it. The duo heads off to Washington, D.C. to look into some official records.
Harvey.
Damn.
Secrets.
This goes all the way to the top. Confidential information. The government doesn't want him knowing about Einstein's brain. I can't lie. I really want him to find the brain. I need him to find the brain. I just watched as this man took off his shoes and socks, climbed on a statue of Albert Einstein, awkwardly shuffled his way towards the statue head and banged on it a couple times, and then climbed down to put his shoes and socks back on. Why did they include that in the documentary? Not in a like they shouldn't have done that way, in like a what genius thought of this way. This man is looking for Einstein's brain. He is very interested in Einstein's brain, and he would like to have information about Einstein's brain.
May I ask a question? Are you an Einstein family?
I am, but I'm not of Albert's family.
Sorry.
Okay, the game plan now appears to be Professor Sugimoto is calling anyone with the last name Einstein to find more information on Einstein's brain.
Yeah, I think the granddaughter or somebody lives in Berkeley.
Berkeley?
Yeah.
Ha. Are you Dr. Einstein's family?
Yes.
Oh, so are you thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd love to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
They got her. They got an interview with Einstein's granddaughter, Evelyn Einstein, over in Berkeley, California.
He said, your eyes look just like Einstein's eyes, and it's almost like Einstein's looking at him.
So you better be careful.
The professor said in many photos that he's seen of Einstein, always the eyes are so beautiful, just looking kind of far away and distant, like staring, just so beautiful.
This guy really likes Einstein, huh?
Any letters that he wrote to you, or any messages or notes or just signature or anything like that?
The only thing I have is a book that he sent me when I was a child, and he wrote into that book. And that's all I have left. When I was in school in Europe, I would write to him. And unfortunately, all those letters were stolen from me, so. Well, people wanted the autograph. I wouldn't give it to them. Steal the letters. That way they get the autograph. So I have none of those letters. I only have the book.
Man, that sucks so much on so many levels. I have a theory. I think that the documentary is a front for this man to actually get a hold of Einstein's brain so he could take it home as a trophy. It kind of reminds me of the letters. It really does. If he is just using her to get a piece of Einstein's brain to just like carry around with him, like, that is actually kind of shitty. So he seems to have also changed his language as well. Maybe his translator had a conversation with him. He's now interested in Einstein's legacy, not his brain, which is a far less insane thing to ask strangers. But we all know that he's actually interested in Einstein's brain.
The only thing I really know is that I was contacted by a Dr. Boyd from the East Coast who was doing some studies. He apparently has a piece of the brain.
Okay, there we go. We got a new lead, Dr. Boyd. This man very well could have a piece of Einstein's brain. I guess it's time to go back to New Jersey. This is a goddamn goose chase. Good lord. Dr. Charles Boyd talked about some research that they've been doing with skin samples donated by Evelyn. It involves samples of Einstein's brain, although the samples he has are about the size of a quarter, and he doesn't really seem all that interested in showing Professor Sugimoto his collection.
Where did you obtain this Einstein brain?
By finding Thomas Harvey. We realized Harvey was somewhere in Missouri. The brain particularly I was told, was possibly located in an institute for the mentally retarded in Weston. Of course, it's very strange to call an institute out of the blue and say, "Excuse me, do you have Einstein's brain?"
Okay, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do my boy like that.
Through several phone calls like that, we were able to locate both Thomas and the brain. He turned out to be in Lawrence, Kansas. I called him, and he happily provided us with several sections of the brain tissue, which again arrived rather like Evelyn's skin sample by Federal Express.
Okay, hold on. So Dr. Boyd just said that he recently called Dr. Harvey, who is apparently alive and who lives in Kansas, which is a neighboring state to Missouri, the last place where he lived. And Dr. Harvey is just handing out chunks of Einstein's brain to anyone who asks. Just giving it away like candy, I guess. Was Dr. Diamond not fucking with us? Did he actually send her samples of Einstein's brain in a mayonnaise jar? If Dr. Harvey is still alive, this is Kenji's best lead so far. And again, I just want to highlight this. Dr. Boyd said that he found the whereabouts of Einstein's brain by calling offices. This could have all been pre-planned through phone calls. Every bit of this information collection was achievable with the help of his translator in his Osaka office. But where's the fun in that? Off to Kansas. Okay, what the hell are they doing? They just started walking in the middle of the street during a car show. They want to get this brain at all costs. So if Dr. Harvey is indeed alive and this guy is full of shit, then this is the end of the road. Either Dr. Harvey has the brain or he doesn't. They're approaching the finish line. All of this could very well be moments away from paying off. Dr. Harvey is alive. I repeat, Dr. Harvey is alive.
Please show me the dear Einstein brain. I came from Japan, far from.
I know. What is it you want to see? Some of the brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
He has some of it. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. No.
There.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is. There's what remains of his brain. Oh man. 2 jars containing a bunch of chopped up pieces of Dr. Albert Einstein's brain. No, he has another jar?
Einstein brain.
This needs a little fluid on it.
It needs a little fluid on it?
I'd better put some more fluid in there. Oh,
Einstein brain anyway.
Guys, I'm starting to think that maybe he did send it over in a mayonnaise jar. Oh, you know his ass is gonna ask for a piece. You know he's gonna ask for a piece.
and I was just so lucky to be there when he died and get to do the autopsy. And having had good training in neuropathology. What do you want?
If possible, my lecture at King University, if possible, please give me.
For a lecture? What is he gonna do? Just wave it around while he does math equations? What the fuck?
One piece of Einstein brain.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
True.
Yeah, we can.
Vielen Dank. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, important
I'll
document.
I'll get you a picture.
Very good.
These are duplicates.
Oh, thank you.
Duplicates. Okay. Okay. There was the misunderstanding. Dr. Harvey, he wants a piece of the brain. He wants a piece of it, you silly Billy.
If possible,
here it is.
For my lecture
Here it is.
at the university,
Here it is.
Can you give me a piece of slice of Einstein brain?
A slice of Einstein's brain.
I wish to realize my collections.
Yeah.
However, my collection deeps.
Yeah, I could give you a piece of this.
Holy moly!
Let me get this knife and a cutting board.
I'm sorry, a wooden cutting board?
Better get a spoon to fish this out with.
You better get a spoon to fish it out with?
This is a tough one, hmm?
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's been on there so long. It's practically all one piece now. Okay.
What is happening?
There we go. Okay.
He used a kitchen. He used a kitchen fork.
Okay.
May I touch me?
What? Hold on. Is that a fly on the cutting board? No! No! No!
Stem and cerebellum. Okay. Now let me get that jar that I had.
Stop touching it!
That will preserve your hands.
You need to stop. You're just gonna pour formaldehyde from one jar into the other. Is that a film canister too? What? These two are violating, desecrating the brain of the most beloved and well-recognized modern physicists, by the way. It's just non-stop insanity. He did it. The madman actually did it. This is not a neuropathologist. And Dr. Harvey just handed him over a piece of Einstein's brain because he asked nicely. Apply for that job you think you're a little too unqualified for right the fuck now. There is no research planned for this sample of brain. Professor Kenji Sugimoto went on a quest to obtain a piece of human remains as a fucking trophy, and we just witnessed it happen together. This is peak. This is complete and utter peak fucking entertainment. So this was mainly a joke, but now I'm seriously questioning it. You think he's gonna eat it? Take a little oyster shooter, gain some knowledge, get some head? They need to open Alcatraz up right the fuck now and throw this guy in there. I swear to God. This calls for some karaoke.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He's making an announcement. He's telling the whole bar that he has obtained Einstein's brain. Einstein's brain is secured.
Long times, my dreams is I wish to see Einstein brain. Now I have this is Einstein brain.
I love that everybody's cheering.
I will sing Japanese my loving song for Albert Einstein. Okay.
We are watching a man drunkenly slosh around the piece of Einstein's brain in a film canister while singing karaoke. You want to know what's funnier than that? He took it on the fucking plane home. He did not FedEx it. He just walked onto an international flight with a piece of human remains in a container half filled with formaldehyde, and he was waving it around like a fish he caught. That's pre-9/11 security checks for you.
I am born in Nagasaki 2 years after bomb. Einstein is made responsible for bomb, but I do not blame him. I still love Albert Einstein.
Kevin Hull, you are a genius. Small correction from before, I just found out that it was likely alcohol that the brain was preserved in. So I've seen this 3 times now. In surprise, surprise, I was acting a little. I was pretending like it was my first time watching this so I could insert a narrative thread within my video to add context and a comedic commentary. Although, whenever I specifically watch the scene where they just violate Einstein's brain, I always end up repressing that memory. That felt new to me. Those reactions that you saw were genuine. I never get used to how absolutely insane and unhinged that scene is. So this documentary was the very first one to tell the story of Einstein's brain being taken without permission, alongside finding Dr. Harvey and documenting the actual brain itself on camera. This documentary is so wild and surreal that the authenticity of it was, of course, challenged. I mean, I just watched it myself and I don't believe any of it. But nobody has been yet able to prove inauthenticity. And there are many documents that lend credibility to it, such as Driving Mr. Albert, a trip across America with Einstein's brain. Author Michael Paternini takes a road trip with Dr. Harvey to give Einstein's brain to his granddaughter, Evelyn. This is like a Halo lore book, like a world-building exercise, but it's real life. The author even goes to Japan in the book to party and sing karaoke with Professor Sugimoto. Unfortunately, our favorite professor, our boy Sugimoto, is no longer with us. He passed away in 2006. Rest in peace to a legend. What I like about this documentary is that it is so simple, and it does the act of showing and not telling perfectly. It is honestly fucking incredible. It is a tale of obsession, entitlement, and the process of dehumanizing historical figures. Einstein, a person who was once full of life and personality, was turned into an object, a trophy, literally stuck in cardboard boxes and forgotten. Robbed of the decency and respect he requested before death because of entitlement. Sent around the world for a study that didn't really amount to any significant insights in the world of neuropathology and what makes a genius's brain any different from an average brain. All because of entitlement. The symbol and powerhouse of his achievements, his brain, crammed into a mayonnaise jar in some old geezer's garage because of entitlement. Very similar to how someone's personal and sentimental letters written by their grandfather, a precious memory of this person's personal life, stolen from them because of entitlement. Where does this entitlement come from? Worship and veneration. Don't you see? This is downright religious obsession. So depending on the definition you're using, a relic is human remains, an object of religious veneration, especially a piece of the body or personal item of a saint. Sugimoto got an IMDb credit for this movie, and in his profile he is described as an Einstein otaku, which is a Japanese term for a person with an obsessive interest. The religious imagery, the obsession, Sugimoto's life dedication to Albert Einstein. This wasn't a work trip for him, this was a pilgrimage for Sugimoto to obtain a relic, hence the name Relics, Einstein's brain. The relic of Einstein's brain became a part of Sugimoto's personal property. He is now deceased. As far as I know, there's no public records of Sugimoto donating it for science or giving it away to another Einstein-obsessed professor so they can pointlessly use it for lectures as well. Nothing like that. This man liked Einstein so much that he went on a quest to collect his fucking human remains so he can just have it and appreciate it. And now that he's gone, who knows where that sliver of brain is? Just think about how weird that is. This man straight up worshipped Einstein. Harvey also seemed to have a worship-like relationship with Einstein. Dr. Harvey is the fucking guardian of the Einstein relics, for Christ's sake. An Einstein paladin, if you will. No wonder these two hit it off. Einstein did not want a shrine built in his honor because he didn't want to get worshipped. And everything I know about him makes me think that if he were still alive, he would think that these two are a couple of weirdos. But who cares what Albert Einstein thinks, right? What an amazing documentary this is. I'm so glad that I showed you all this documentary, so now you all get to research, info dump, and screen it to your friends and family who are already tired of your weird topics of conversation as well. Beautiful stuff. If you've made it this far, please consider following me. I have a Patreon, got some wonderful patrons over there. Check that out. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and show me my patrons.